Have you ever bought a used camera before? No idea who it belonged to, where it came from, or what it had photographed? It was only $20. I thought, wow, I got lucky. Good shape, nothing struck me as off about it. I didn't get any bad vibes. And the first roll I had developed, it was as if some frames had been double exposed. I thought maybe I'm a little rusty or the film was off, so I shot some more. A lot more. Roll after roll, frame after frame, the double exposures kept appearing. It wasn't a pattern. It wasn't every third frame. They were just there, randomly, on every roll of film at every location I photographed. I tried changing lenses, having the camera clean. Different labs, always the same. Help Sammy. I even took the camera to a friend of mine who had a darkroom in his basement. He thought I was playing at first until he shot a roll and developed it himself. See? That's creepy, right?
That's really creepy.
What do you think I should do?
I don't know, take it to the police or something, but whatever you do, just don't bring that camera back here.
Sammy, if you're out there, I'm sorry I couldn't help you. This is the only thing I know to do. I'm sorry.
Poto Police Department, can I help you?
All right, hey everybody, and welcome to Zenfolio Live. I'm Robert with Zenfolio Customer Success. I want to say thanks for joining us. Today is Halloween, you guys. I'm so super excited. Sorry to disappoint you guys. I know I kind of talked about showing up in costume today, and I was definitely going to do it, but it turns out that the Luigi costume that I had on does not work out so good with the green screen, and I was just kind of a floating weird head. So I went to plan B, which is dressing up like somebody who enjoys good music. So this is my costume for Zenfolio Live. Once I get off of here again, I'm going to be switching back to the Luigi costume so I can go take my son, who's dressing up as Mario, out trick-or-treating. So looking forward to that. Going to have a fun evening. Hope you guys have some really cool, exciting plans planned ahead for you and your family on Halloween. Today we're talking about selling digital video downloads. So we're going to go through the video guidelines. There's also a link to those in the description below the video. So if you are a videographer, if you sell videos, if you're interested in using videos on Zenfolio, make sure that you grab that link in the description that covers the video guidelines, and we'll give you all the information you need on what formats you can use, how we compress them, and all that stuff. Then we're going to go into creating a digital video product. I'm going to show you guys how that works. We're going to talk about digital video products and price list, how they work together. And then I'm going to show you how you can sell previews of, or you can show previews of video clips and then sell the full video. So a lot of times when you upload videos to Zenfolio and your client goes in the gallery, they can see that entire video. So if you only want them to see a portion because you want to sell the larger clip, I'm going to show you a way to do that. Yes, as I said, happy Halloween. As always, I've got Richard hanging out with me, helping you guys in chat. So make sure that you show Richard some love. Let's see, we got a couple of you guys already hanging out with us. We've got Odin, I'm going to try to say it right. Odin Mina Photography. We've got Home Phone, Craigslist, Kathleen Riley hanging out with us. If you guys have questions along the way, make sure that you get those in the chat so I can get those answered for you live. I also have some of the photos that you guys have been sending me the past couple of weeks to share with you guys a little bit later on. So hang out with us. If you have questions, make sure you get them in the chat. If this is your first time joining us on Zenfolio Live, make sure you say hi. Let us know where you're from and just throw your questions in the chat. Let's go ahead and get started on the video digital downloads. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump into that. All right, so first of all, what we want to talk about is we want to talk about the video guidelines. Okay, so the video guidelines, the files, what kind of formats you can upload your video into, and how all of that stuff works. And again, like I said before, there is a link to this help article in the description below the video, so make sure that you click that and you grab that link. But files types that we accept, I'm not going to name them all off because there's a lot of them in here, but you can do ASF, ASX, AVI, DIVX, DV, DVX, M4V, MOV, MP4, MPEG, and all of that good stuff. So definitely check that link out. The maximum supported file size for video, so the largest thing that you can upload into Zenfolio where people can actually watch it on your Zenfolio gallery, is going to be a 1920 by 1080 pixels, one audio track. The maximum file size is 2 gig, and the running time has to be 20 minutes. So that's going to be the longest, biggest video that you can upload into your gallery and actually go and let people check out and watch and see how that works. All right. Now, in order to sell digital products, you have to create, or in order to sell your videos, you have to create digital products. And we're going to have to create a video digital product. You guys have probably seen me go through selling digital downloads. Rarely do we ever talk about video. That's why I wanted to do this today, because there's a lot of you guys doing video and I wanted to show you how to set it up. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to jump into creating a digital video product. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to selling. We're going to click right on the word selling, and then we're going to go down here to digital products right here. And then what we're going to do is just create a new digital product. Now, I probably have several digital products in here. I do a lot of demo, but what we're going to do is we're going to create a new one. So I'm going to click Add Product right here. This is going to let me start a new video digital download. And we're just going to go ahead and give this a title. So I'm going to say video download. And I'm going to put the number 2 here just because I probably have another one in here called video download. So I'm going to put the number 2. Obviously, we're going to be switching this over to video. And then the license feature is just like the license with your digital products. You can choose which license is applied right here. So there's lots of different licenses you have to choose from. Or if you want to upload your own license, you can upload your own and it will become an option in this drop down. So I'll show you guys how to do that here in a second. But let's just go ahead and leave this on royalty-free personal use. And then next is the video quality. So this is going to be the size of the video that your clients get to download after they purchase this product. There are a couple of options in here. Again, at the moment, the largest that we support is 1080p. There's not a 4K option yet. So the largest we support is 1080p, but here are the different options right here. And if you use one of these lower resolution options, Zenfolio will actually handle the downsizing and compressing of your video for you before we email it to your clients. For this demo product, I'm going to go ahead and use the full HD. And then for category, you can put this in whatever category you want. I'm going to leave it in downloads. And then number of items required for the product. Just like digital photos, this is going to be how many videos can your client download after they pay for this product once. So for this demonstration, we're going to leave both of these set to 1. So we're going to leave both of these numbers set to 1. I'm going to scroll down again to the bottom here, and we're just going to click save. We're going to save that right here. And now we have created that digital video product. We can go and we can put that on price list. Now, I'm going to talk to you here in just a few minutes about how digital video products work on our price list. Our system is actually smart. So if your gallery does not have a video in it, and you have a digital video download product, if it doesn't have a video in the gallery, it actually doesn't show that product to be available to your clients. And I'm going to show you that in a second. Now, if you're not familiar with digital products, when I was talking about licenses, here's where you can go to upload and put your own license. Or if you just want to come check out and see what Zenfolio's default licenses are, you can take a look at those here. So you're just going to go to license, and then you can read what our default ones are, or you can go down here and add your own. It's basically going to be a cut and paste where you paste in your text. The really cool thing about our digital products feature is that we show this license to your clients during the checkout process. They do have to agree to the terms of the license before they can purchase that download. And then we also send them a copy of that license in text format in the folder, in the zip file, when we send them their digital download, whether it's a video or a photo. So really cool feature. I love that part about our digital products feature. It's great to use. It helps you handle print releases and all of that good stuff without having to do a lot of extra work yourself. All right, let me just go down and hit cancel, and let's go back to that digital video product that I created, and let's go ahead and put this in a price list, and I'm going to show you how this works in relation with photos and all of that stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump up here to selling. We're going to go to price list, and then we're going to add a blank price list right here. I have a ton of price lists in here. Some of these probably need to be cleaned up. You definitely want to keep price list management as a priority, making sure that you don't overwhelm yourself with a ton of price lists. Try to stay on top of that. Like this one here is on 0 photos. I could probably go back in and delete that. But we're going to go ahead and create a blank price list really quick. I'm just going to call this one Halloween Demo. And what we're going to do is we're going to add that video digital product. We're going to add some print products in here. Then I'm going to put this on a gallery with some prints in it and a gallery with some prints and a video, and or some photos and a video, and I'll show you guys how it works. So we're going to click Add Products. We're going to go right up here, click on our name. That's where you're going to find your digital products, your packages, and all of that stuff. We're going to choose Downloads, and here is Video Download 2 that you guys just saw I created. So we're going to click on that, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to click Add Selected Products. It's right down here in the bottom. You guys probably can't see it, but it says Add Selected Products right down here. That's going to add that into my price list, and then next thing that we're going to do is add some print products in here as well. So what I'm going to do is click Add Products. We're going to go back up here. We're going to switch over to MPix, and then we're going to grab a couple of prints just because I want to add some variety in this price list and show you guys how it works. So we're going to add that in here. Now, I'm not going to go through and adjust the pricing on the prints. If you guys have never set up a price list, please do yourselves a favor and go back on our channel and watch some of the videos that talk about selling and setting up price lists. Make sure that you are pricing yourself correctly and you're making money here on Zenfolio, because that's what we want you to do. So I didn't up my prices on the prints, but we're going to go down to the digital download and just go ahead and set a price on the video. And I'm just throwing a number out there. This is just a made up number. It's not a pricing recommendation at all. Just throwing it out there. All right, last thing we're going to do on the price list is we are going to add some products over into the quick shop list. That's the one that I prefer. So what we're going to do is turn off this automatic option, and we're going to click on the first one here. I'm going to go down, hold shift, click on this last one, drag them over, and we're going to leave the video download up to the top. All right. And hey guys, I do have a Halloween soundtrack going on in the background. If that audio gets too loud and overpowers my voice, it shouldn't, because I have a compressor on it. Let me know if that soundtrack in the background gets too overpowering. All right. So next what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and save this price list. We're going to click the save button right down here and save that. Okay, so far what we've done is we have created that digital video product. We've now applied this to a price list with some print products. The next thing that we're going to do is go in and we're going to apply this to a gallery that has prints and videos in it. And then I'm also going to apply it to a gallery that just has photos. So we're going to click on Photos. And then what we're going to do first is we're going to go right here to this gallery right here. And what this gallery has is just photos. There's no videos in it whatsoever. And so let me show you really quick. I'm going to click on that. We're going to go to Price List. And I'm going to go choose that Halloween Demo Price List right here. And click Save. And then let me just show you what this looks like really quick. So we're going to go right to access. We're going to go to sharing. We're going to get that client link really quick. And then I'm going to open that up in a new incognito window. So I'm going to go File and New Incognito Window, paste that link in here. And then what we're going to do is just check this out really quick. All right, so here we are in the gallery. Again, you guys saw I put the price list on here that had the digital video product. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this. And you'll notice over here on the right-hand side, even though I put that digital video up to the top of my quick shop list, that video product is not showing up. That's because this image is obviously an image and it's not a video. And there's no videos in this gallery. So our system doesn't show that digital video product because there's nothing for it to be used on here. So if you are thinking about selling digital videos and you're thinking about putting some of those products in galleries that have images and that don't, and you're trying to figure out, do I need to have a separate price list? The answer is that you really don't have to, because again, our system's smart and it recognizes that there's not any videos in this gallery. Therefore, it's not going to show that digital video product option. All right, so I just wanted to point that out so you guys see how that works. All right, and hey, as I'm going through this, if you guys have questions, make sure that you get those in the chat. I'm going to be answering those questions after I finish up talking about this. All right, so now let's go down to another gallery. Let's go down to video products, projects, and previews. And this is a gallery that has a video inside of it. Right here, you can tell by the little icon. And then it also has photos. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to go up to the price list. We're going to apply that Halloween demo price list there. We're going to click save. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get this link and we're going to go take a look at this gallery. All right, so we're going to copy that link right here. And then we're going to go into the new incognito window right here. And if you are wondering, like, what's up with the new incognito window? Why does he keep doing that? This is because this is how your website will appear to your visitors. All right, so if you just hit that preview button, you're going to be seeing your Zenfolio account like you're still logged in as you. And sometimes some things can look a little bit differently. So in my opinion, it's always a good idea for you to make sure that you're checking out your website from a true visitor's perspective. And the easiest way to do that is to open up a new incognito window. All right, and that's why I'm doing that. So now we're going to paste in this next gallery link. This is the one that has the video in it. Right here is the video. And if you'll notice, we're going to talk about this a little bit later on because I do have a question about this. But if you'll notice, there's really nothing indicating that that is a video. And so we're going to be talking about that here in a little bit. But let me just show you really quick. So if I click on this right here, which is the video, you can see right here, here's the video icon. You're going to notice that the only product that's available is that video digital download. None of the prints are available because obviously you can't purchase a video as a print. It's just that video digital download. And if I swap over to the photos, that video download product goes away, and now we're just seeing the print options. So again, our system is smart. It's recognizing that this is a video. We need to show that video product. And then when we switch to a photo, it's recognizing, hey, this is a photo. They can't buy it as a video. We're only going to show the print options and not the video product. So that is how that works, guys. So hopefully that was informative and it answers some of your guys' questions. What we're going to do now really quick is I'm going to share with you guys some of the Halloween photos that you guys had been sending to us for the past couple of weeks. Unfortunately, I didn't get the time to actually go in and put everybody's names on their photos, so I do apologize, but you guys submitted some really cool photos. Some of them were really creepy, and some of them I could not show. But here's just a handful of the photos that you guys sent me. You guys are amazing. Thank you for sending these in. All right, again, you guys have some phenomenal photos, just amazing stuff. Some of them were really creepy and some of them I just couldn't show, but thank you so much to everybody who sent photos in. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that as well. Some really, really cool stuff. Thank you guys so much for sending all of that stuff in. All right, so next one we're going to talk about is a question that I get a lot about video downloads and selling videos. And the question is this: I don't want the client to see the full video. I want to only let them see a portion of it, but if they buy it, I want to sell them the full digital download. How is that possible? Well, the way you do that is you need to upload a preview of the video, and then in a separate gallery, go ahead and upload the version that you want them to buy. Now, why am I telling you to upload both versions? For one, if you have uploaded videos to Zenfolio ever, you might notice that there is some processing time behind that. All right, when you upload a video, you're going to see the little processing wheel, and it's going to tell you like the video is being converted and all of that good stuff. And depending on the length of the video, depending on how many videos you upload, that can take some time. So I would recommend making sure that when you are doing this, if you're going to show a preview but you want to sell a longer version of that video, what you want to do is you want to upload a short clip that you're going to show your clients, and then in a separate private gallery, go ahead and upload the full video, and I'm going to explain why. So first, let me show you this right here. So you can see right here, I have previews right here, and then I have original. Now, if you look right here, this says Dave Kim Real Preview, and if I go to originals, that's in a gallery, and it's set to private, meaning the client can't see it, they can't access it, and this is Dave Kim Full Real. Now, I know they're both 15 seconds. I uploaded just some stock video that I had, but let's pretend it's Halloween, right? Let's pretend that this video is the full-length video for that client, and the one I just showed you is only the preview, okay? So a couple of things you want to have set up first. In your price list on the previews, or on the gallery that has the preview in it, which is this one, this has the preview in it, on that price list, you need to make sure that you have order approval, or automatic order approval turned off, so that you have to approve your orders. So let me show you what that looks like. So we're going to go to selling, and we're going to go to price list. We're going to go to that digital video price list. So let's go down here. It's called, what did I call it? Halloween demo right here. And just to show you, that option is actually going to be over here under price list settings. Now, this option is actually set up the way it needs to be by default. So if you create a new price list and you don't alter these settings, it's actually set up the way it needs to be for this. But it's under price list settings right here. It's called automatic order approval off, and you want it set to none. Basically, whenever a client places an order, you do not want that order to automatically go through. You want to have the option to review that order, because when your client places the order, they are going to be placing the order in the gallery that has the short clip of the video, basically the preview of the video. And then what you are going to do is, in the order approval process, you are going to swap that file out with the original version. Okay? So after you have your price list set up this way and you have it saved, I'm just going to go through and show you how this works. So first, you send the gallery out that has the shorter clip. So you would go to that preview gallery, and however you get your client to there, I prefer to use the email option right here. You're going to email that gallery out to the client. They're going to go in there. They're going to look at everything. They're going to place their order. And then you're going to get an email and you're going to get a notification. And that notification is going to be in your account right here. And this is how you swap it out with the full video. So once you get that notification, you click on it. That's going to take you to your orders that you need to approve. You click on the order for that client. And then you're going to come down here and you're going to notice that they ordered the digital download for the preview video. And you might even actually tell them when you email the gallery, and you might even put some verbiage in the gallery caption and maybe say, just to let you know, the video in here is a preview. If you want to see the full version, go ahead and purchase the preview and I will email you the full version of the video. Or you can word it however you want to word it. You just need to let them know that the video that they're going to see in the gallery is not the full-length video. You're going to be sending them the full-length video. Okay, so they've placed the order for that preview. Now you're in here and this is where you swap it out. And so again, this is why I recommend that you have this uploaded so that when you get to this point, you're not having to upload it now and then wait on it to be converted over. You've already done that ahead of time. So I'm going to go down here. We're going to click the change video button right here. And then a little window is going to pop up here in a second. Usually I have to click it twice. A little window is going to pop up for a second. And right now we're looking at the gallery that video is in, but the original video is not in that gallery. I put it in a separate gallery that was private. So all I have to do is click select gallery, go to the original gallery, select that, and then I can click on this and I can say replace. Now, you are going to probably want to replace it only for the order and not the original file. So you're going to leave it set to replace for this order. You're going to hit the replace button. And then once you do that, you approve the order. And now the client will get sent the original full-length video instead of that preview. And so that is how it works. That's how, if you want to let them see a preview so they can purchase the full length, you do that swapping and order approval. Now, the other option that you could do is you could let them pay for it separately somehow, and then you could add the original into their gallery after they paid for it. For me, this method is a lot more fluid. It has its own kind of built-in reminders and all of that. I don't have to worry about remembering to go and upload the video and all of that stuff. This is the way that I would recommend doing that. And then you just click approve order. That order would go through. The client would get that full-length video. All right, that is everything on video downloads for today. Let's go ahead and check in on you guys in chat. I know I've got some email questions I got to answer, but let me say hi to a few of you guys here in chat really quick that are who's hanging out with us. Let's see. We've got Kathleen Riley, Odin Mina Photography, Richard hanging out with us, Melissa H. Let's see, Roxanne Bay's hanging out with us, Craigslist, Home Phone, Dwayne Ellis, and let's see who else. And is Forte hanging out with us? Forte's not here today. I wonder where Forte's at. Hey guys, what are you guys doing tonight for Halloween? Does anybody have a really cool costume? Let me know in chat what you guys, if you are dressing up. I'm just curious. What are your costumes? Let me know. Throw that in chat. Let me know. Also, if you have any questions, get them in the chat. We've got like 30 minutes left in today's broadcast. Plenty of time to take on some questions. I'm going to grab some email questions really quick. Let's see. Melissa H had a question, but I think I answered her question, which is awesome. Next question I have here. Oh, really quick. Hey, if you're watching the recorded version of this, I would love to have you come hang out with me on a live stream, but I know it's not super convenient to just drop what you're doing on a Thursday and hop on YouTube, which is why I really appreciate those of you guys who are hanging out with me today. But I really appreciate you guys who watch the recordings of this as well. If you have a question that you would like me to answer the following week, make sure that you click that link in the description below the video. It says questions for next week. And that way I can get those questions answered for you guys like I'm about to do right now. But let me get some coffee because my throat hurts. My wife got me a really cool coffee mug. Thank you, dear. It's actually, so honestly, it's supposed to be for soup, but I need that size of mug for my coffee during the day. But I love it. All right, let's see. I just moved my site over to Zenfolio, and I have a lot of client info, client names, client email addresses. Is there a way that I can transfer this information over? Absolutely, you definitely can do that. You can use your contacts list. So what you're going to do is basically get that information in a CSV file and you're going to import it. There's also a really good help article right here. Let me just get the link to this help article and I will throw this out for you guys in chat. This is definitely a link you want to check out. This will tell you how to import your clients list and all of that stuff. But basically what you're going to do is go up to communications, go to contact list, and then you can manually import them right here. So you can say import, and you can paste in a bunch separated by commas if you want. You can even tag them to existing galleries if you need to do that. Or you can import a CSV file. Now that CSV file does have to be in a very specific format. So if you're not familiar with it, I definitely recommend that you come to this page first. Choose a single contact right here. Go to export, and that will let you save a CSV file in the format that you need to use when you import your CSV file. So make sure that you do that. You can't just import it any random way. It has to be in a specific format. That's the quickest way to get the format, by exporting a single contact as a CSV file. Great question though. Okay, let me go back here to photos. Let me grab another question really quick. Let's see. How can I edit my picture thumbnails? I'd like to take off the number and social media buttons off to declutter my portfolio pictures, maybe space them out on my gallery pages too. Hey, that's actually a great question, because that comes back to, how do you let people know in a thumbnail page in your gallery, how do you let them know what's a video versus what's an image? Because as I showed you guys earlier, it was kind of hard to tell that that was a video. So I'm going to answer that question by showing you guys that information as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use this previews gallery that I'm already in right here. And we're going to open it up in Customize View inside a new tab. So what I'm going to do is right click on preview, hit open link in new tab, and then we're going to jump over to that new tab really quick. So I'm just going to jump over to this new tab. And then what we're going to do is hover over edit, and we're going to click page. All right. And so that's going to load Customize View in a new tab. Guys, if you are working on your website, working in multiple tabs like this is definitely the way to go, because you are definitely going to be bouncing back and forth and referencing different pages in your account. You always want to work in multiple tabs, not like 30 multiple tabs. That can get a little intense and definitely slow your browser down, but like a couple of tabs, so that if you need to come back here and reference something, you can just click back and forth instead of having to actually navigate back to that page, which can be a little bit of a pain if you're trying to work quickly. All right, so now that we're in here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just customize these cover or these thumbnail images right here. So as you can see, if I hover over them, there's some distracting elements that are popping up, right? There's like the favorites icon, which is up here in the top left. There is the social media icons, which are right down here. And then there's like this white bar and all that stuff. So what if I don't want that stuff to be here? Now also, as you guys saw earlier, this is a video. This is an image, but if you look at this, there's really not a way to distinguish the two between each other, right? So how can we also clean this up, but also make this to where it's a little bit more distinguishable that this is a video? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to options, and then under options, we're going to uncheck use default first right here. And then we're going to go to thumbnails. And on thumbnails, there are all kinds of little options right here that you can show. All right, there's the access control icon. There's all kinds of different things here. So what I'm going to do is just turn everything on right here really quick, just to show you what this looks like. So I'm going to turn everything on, and then I'm going to hit this apply button that's down here. See if I can't get the apply button to show. There we go. I'm going to hit the apply button right here. And now you guys can see what it looks like with all of those options turned on. So now we have a heart icon, we have this, we have a little video icon right here, and then we have this little number right here, the sequence number here. Okay, so lots of clutter. Let's go back up to options. Let's go to thumbnails, and we can hide most of this stuff. So if we say, okay, let's hide the access control, let's hide the sequence number, let's hide the add to favorites. Let's leave the video icon on. Maybe even leave the video duration on. Let's get rid of these social media icons. And then let's set this to show as an overlay. And then we'll go ahead and apply this down here at the bottom. and just take a look and see what that looks like. All right. And so now you can see right here, it basically distinguishes this as a video by showing the little video icon right here. And then these other images over here, they don't show anything until you hover over them, and then they show the buy button. So if you want to distinguish this as a video from the rest of the images, you can do that this way. Now you can really customize the theme. You can get rid of this white overlay if you want. You can do a lot of different things. This is just the basic customization that I'm showing you. There's definitely several Zenfolio Live episodes where I've gone in and really broken down Theme Designer and showed you guys a lot of cool stuff. So make sure that if you haven't checked them out, you go back and check those out. And hey, if you find yourself just with some time on your hands and you want to do some self-learning, in every Zenfolio Live episode, in the link in the description below the video and the resources link section, there's actually a link to our Zenfolio Live archive where I believe you can actually even go back and watch like Zenfolio Live episode 01 from like 2016. So definitely go check that out. All of those are available in the description below the video. Also, too, if you're a podcast person, while you're in the description down there, you can subscribe to Zenfolio Live through iTunes, and then you get notifications whenever the recorded version of the live stream gets pushed out as a recording. So definitely a cool place to subscribe as well. Okay, so now we've kind of taken care of the clutter. The other part of that question was, adjusting the spacing here and changing up this grid. So again, that's going to be back in options. We're going to go back up here to options. We're going to go to grid options this time. And then you can adjust the space between these images by adjusting your minimum, or not your minimum row height, that's the size of the images, by adjusting your inner cell padding and your spacing between these cells. So if I want to make these like extremely tight together and really claustrophobic feeling, I can set both of those to 0, hit that apply button right down here, and then it's basically gonna push these images together like this. All right. Now, if I want to add a lot of spacing around them, I can go back here and I can say, okay, let's put 10 pixels here. Let's put 10 pixels here of spacing, and let's apply that. And that should put a lot of space between the images. And sometimes it might cause some of your previews to re-render if it gives it space for a larger preview image to be there. So as you can see, there's a lot of space. Whenever you get your gallery set up looking the way that you want the majority of your galleries to look, what I recommend doing is hitting that Save as Default button. Then this becomes the default settings for your gallery, and then any gallery that's following the default settings will also take on this appearance as well. So you do Save as Default, apply, and then you would go up here to the top right corner and hit that Publish button right here to publish those changes out and make them actually live on your live site. Now, I'm not a fan of this big spacing, so I'm not going to do that right now, but that's a great question. Lots of good information in there. If you guys have any more questions about that, need me to go back in, cover anything in more depth, definitely let me know in the chat. All right, let's see. Let's see here. Odina Mina Photography says, how many maximum bit rates should the video have? Hey, Odina, that's a Odina is a no Odin. Sorry, I keep trying to say Odina. It's Odin Mina. Am I saying it right? If I'm not saying it right, feel free to make fun of me in chat all you want. I'm bad with names. Great question. That's definitely going to be something that's going to be answered on that link that I threw out in chat earlier. But let me grab that again for you so you have that. It's our video guidelines. It's actually in the description below this video right now. Let me grab it and I'll throw it in chat for you guys. So let me grab that link really quick. And that should answer all of those video file format questions right here. So I'm throwing that in the chat for you right now. I'm actually just going to go ahead and tag you with it too. So I'm going to tag you and throw it in the chat for you. There you go. Great resource there. That's going to give you like almost all of the answers. It should give you all the answers you need about video file formatting. I don't have all of those numbers memorized. Maybe if one of you guys in chat know the answer to that specific number question, throw it out and let them know. I don't have all the numbers memorized. Sorry. Great question though. All right. Let me see. Dwayne Ellis says, what is the max photos you should have in a gallery? Hey, Dwayne, so what is the maximum number of photos you should have in a gallery? That answer is going to be different depending on the gallery's purpose. Okay, so my answer is, if it's a portfolio gallery where you're just showing people your images and your work, you probably want to have anywhere from 10 to 20 of your very best photos for that portfolio, right? Because the purpose of a portfolio is to show off your best work, show your talent, show your skill level, get people to understand where you're at as a photographer, your style, and then move them on to contacting you and hiring you. You don't want to overwhelm people with your portfolio. You don't want to have hundreds of photos. Even if they're hundreds of phenomenal photos, you want to keep it simple and not overwhelm your visitors. So for a portfolio gallery, I would say 10 to 20 of your absolute best images for a portfolio gallery. Now, when it comes to other galleries, again, it really depends on the purpose. If you're a race photographer and you're out there photographing marathons, you're going to have thousands of photos in your gallery. If you're a wedding photographer, you're going to have potentially thousands of photos in your gallery. So it really depends. As far as I know, there is not a limit to how many photos a gallery can actually have. If anybody knows that there is a limit, let me know. I don't know if there's a solid number or not. I'm sure there probably is. It's probably a lot. But really, again, my answer to that question is that is all determined on the purpose of the gallery. All right, so hopefully that kind of is helpful and gives you some information. If you have some more specifics you could go into, I could probably answer that question a little bit better, but hopefully that gives you some good information to think about. All right, let's see. Next question here says, from Deborah Stevenson. Hey, Deborah, thanks for jumping on and hanging out with us. How would I make a drop-down menu on my About page? I wanted to have a drop-down menu and page to list awards for my photos. Can I do that on a built-in page? So if you are wanting that drop-down to only appear specifically on one page, it's kind of possible, but it's going to be a little tricky because basically on every page except for your home page, you only have a couple of options or a couple of menus that you can use. You have your header menu and you have your footer menu. And the thing about that is that your header menu and your footer menu, once you set them up, they're going to be exactly the same on every page where they are visible. So if you are wanting that drop down to only be available on your About page, then what you need to do is utilize either your header and then not use your header on the rest of your site and use a footer menu, or use a footer menu only on your About page and not use your header. All right, but I'm going to show you that really quick. So what we're going to do is we're just going to hover over website right here. We're going to go to built-in pages, and then again, opening that in a new tab, we're going to jump into this. We're going to go right here to our About page, and then I'm going to go ahead and right-click, customize, and open that in a new tab as well. Okay, so this is opening up my About page, or this account's About page. Obviously, I'm not a beautiful bride. This is opening up this demo account's About page. You can see right here. And as you can see, I already have some drop-down menu items here, okay? So the first thing that I want to clarify is that right now on this page, if I go to Options, Page Elements, I'm using both the page header and the page footer, okay? So what we're going to do is, first of all, I'll show you how to create a drop-down menu. We're going to go over here, and we're going to click on New right here. And I'm just going to call this drop down demo. Okay. And then if I want to link, well, first of all, we're going to say this is going to be a drop-down menu. So we're going to say show drop-down menu. And right now we're going to go ahead and leave this drop-down menu to be displayed in all 3 menu options. Okay. So there is an option for it to be on the homepage menu, which is only used on the homepage. And then there's an option for it to be on the header and the footer, which can be used on the other side. Again, once it's set up to show in either the header or the footer, and any page that menu is used on, it's going to be there. There's not a way to just limit it to the about page. So we're going to hit update. Okay, and now we have drop down demo. What we're going to do is just add a drop down right here. So we're going to click on this little plus button right here, and I'm just going to say custom page 1. Okay, because I think what you're wanting to do is link to some custom pages in your Zenfolio account that you've created. And so I'm going to say custom page 1's the name. I'm going to hit enter, and then we're going to go and link this to a built-in or custom page. Hit this little drop down, and then if I scroll down here, let me see if I can get it where you guys can see it. There's a section for custom pages, and I can go in here and select a custom page, hit update, and then if I want to go back and add another item in there, I can. So I'm going to go back one more time, click this, and then we're going to add another one, and let's just call this, I don't know, page 13, okay? And then we're going to link this to we'll link this to a group or gallery. So again, just linking to whatever we want to link to, hit select and update. And now what I'm going to do is reload this preview. And I have a lot of site menu items on this, so I'm going to delete some of these because we're not going to be able to see everything if I don't. So I'm going to remove some of these really quick. Let it refresh after I remove it. Let me get rid of this slideshow option, and that's going to refresh. And then one more time, I'm going to remove the Instagram feed one. And that's going to get us to hopefully where that drop down shows, okay? And so if I drag this up here, and I reload the preview, now the drop down menu is showing right here, okay? So that is showing on our homepage menu, on our header menu, and on our footer menu, okay? So if we want that menu item to only be available on the about page, then what we need to do is we need to use a menu on here that we're not going to use on every other page. So basically what we would do is we'd come up here, go to this little edit button, and then we would say, okay, this drop down demo, I only want it to be visible in the footer menu because I'm only going to show my footer menu on my about page. I'm not going to show it anywhere else. And this is the only way that you can have a menu that is unique for a specific page or for whatever page is showing this option here. Okay, so if I go here and I hit update, you're going to see that that drop down demo is going to disappear from the header menu. Even though it's showing over here, it is gone from the header menu and it's only going to be showing in the footer. So what we have to do next is we have to go to options, make sure our footer is showing, and then we need to go down to our site footer, which is right down here in the left-hand side. Go to footer, and then we need to customize our footer to make sure that we show what we want. So we're going to go to elements. We're going to say footer. We want to show our footer menu. Maybe that's all we want to show. We want to hide everything else. And maybe we want to put that alignment up to the top and hit apply. So now my about page has a menu on it that's not being used on any other page because I turned the footer off of everything else. And so now if I come here and I scroll down, here is that drop down menu right here, and it would only appear on the pages that show the footer. That is the closest you're going to be able to get to having a custom menu on just a specific page. Hopefully that gives you a lot of things to think about and how to set it up. If I totally missed the mark, feel free to make fun of me in chat, let me know, and I will try to go back and give you a better answer. Great question though, for sure. You guys have some great questions today. Thank you so much for giving us those questions. I really appreciate it. All right, let's see here. Next question says, let's see. Hi, new user here. can you explain the difference between password protected and private? Absolutely. So password protection and private are both access control settings that are available in your Zenfolio account. If you guys aren't familiar with access control settings, basically these are the security settings for your groups, your galleries, your images, the content that's in your account. And so if I go down here to this folder right here, or this group, and I click on it, and then I hit access, that's where I can access those access control settings. Starting now, count how many times I say access and see. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up here and we're gonna click on access. And then right here are your privacy settings under the access settings right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just explain all four here. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we'll talk about public. Public is basically anybody can access your whatever this content is. So whatever group or gallery where you're adjusting these settings on, public means that it can be found by search engines. It can be found by anybody that has that link. They can go in there and not have to enter a password. Password protection is really like what people use for most of their clients, right? So if somebody goes to the gallery link, they're still going to have to enter a password to actually get inside of the gallery and view the content. Okay, so you click locked with a password and then you enter your password here. The other option, private, is really used for you personally. So basically what private means is that nobody outside of your Zenfolio account can actually access that information. You can't give them a password. They have to actually log into your Zenfolio account to see whatever's inside of that group or gallery or whatever. So that's the difference between password and private. Password, people can access the content once they've entered a password. Private, basically, people won't even know that it exists. Even if you try to send them a link, it's going to say this content is protected by the owner. There's no place for them to enter a password. They cannot access it unless they actually log in to your Zenfolio account. All right, so that is the difference between those. There is another one down here under advanced settings that is called Zenfolio only registered users. This one is a little more advanced. It's kind of like the top shelf of password protection. So basically, the client has to create a client account with you. You have to use the email address that they created that client account with, and then you have to put that email address in here and add it to a list. And then only if they're logged into that client account, then only then can they actually go in and access the content of that. So those are your 4 access control settings. All right. So let me get out of that. Deborah said, thanks. It seems a bit confusing. I'm wondering if there's a better place and a better way to list photos and awards. So Deborah, if you're just wanting to put on your site somewhere like, hey, these are my photo awards that I've won, what I would recommend doing is creating a single custom page and then putting all of your awards in there. It gives you a nice place to where you can actually do some write-ups about it. You can put images in there, and then maybe just making that a site menu item that links to that custom page that just says awards, right? So just to show you really quick, if you go up to website and you go to custom pages, you can come right in here and create a new one. So let me get in here, hit add new, and I'll just say Deb's Awards. And then what you're going to do is come in here and write your text, add some photos. You can put, upload images to your Zenfolio account of the awards that you won, write some information in here and all of that stuff. And then once you kind of have this page built the way you want, you're going to save it right here. Okay, so there it says Deb's Awards. And then on your website, just do a site menu item that links to photo awards. So if you go to website, customize website, and then over on the left, go to your site menu right here, add a new one. You can say awards, hit enter, and then you're going to link this menu item to a built-in or custom page. And then again, scroll down. You guys can't see it, but it says Deb's Awards right there. Update it. This is going to refresh. Now I have a new site menu item that says awards. If they click on it, they're going to go to that custom page where I have my awards and all of that stuff displayed. The cool thing about it is once you set that up, then you can go in and always edit that custom page, update the awards, add more recent ones, change it up or whatever. But if that's what you're looking for, is just a place to display it, that is how I would set it up, is on that custom page with just a link to it from your site menu right here. So hopefully, Deborah, that gives you a little bit of a better answer of more what you're looking for. Definitely feel free to reach out if you want to talk to somebody about it. Definitely, you can go to zenfolio.com/contact, reach out to our support team, or you can always go and hit up the live chat. Let me show you that really quick. If you're not familiar with live chat, you guys, we have live chat right here. This little orange icon, anywhere you see that, sometimes it's blue. You can actually click on that and chat with our support team. They are phenomenal, you guys. They are just an amazing group of people. They love helping you guys. They are all located either in North Carolina or Maine, and most of them are Zenfolio users as well. They have a lot of knowledge, and they are just a wonderful support team. So if you haven't had any interaction with the support team at all, definitely today or sometime, don't wait till you're confused. Don't be afraid to hit that chat and just be like, hey, I'm trying to do this. Can you help me out? And I promise you they will have the answer and do everything they can to help you out. If you have used the chat, maybe just click that and let them know how much you appreciate them, because they love you guys and they do a phenomenal job of keeping you guys in the loop of what's going on and supporting you and helping you make the most out of your Zenfolio account. So a big shout out to the support team. All right, so next let's get back to here. Guys, we've got about 5 minutes left, so if you have any questions, now is the time to get those last minute questions there in the chat so I can try to get those answered for you. I'm starting to go cross-eyed because I'm trying to look at 2 screens at once, so if I look a little goofy, definitely feel free to make fun of me there as well. All right, let me see. Let me grab another email question really quick. Question. What exactly are client accounts? I see that within my contact list, some emails are client accounts. How does somebody set one up? So it's a great question, actually. Client accounts are where people who are your clients or people who have visited your site, sometimes they set up client accounts by accident. Maybe they're trying to favorite photos. So client accounts are just basically accounts for your clients where their order information is stored. If they saved favorite sets, that information is stored in there, and that's what they are. You don't have any access to those accounts. That's only for your client, but you can see who's created client accounts if you go to communication right here, and then you can actually go here and you can modify this list by seeing who has actually created a client account. And it'll tell you right here. Mr. Dave Kim has created a client account for Zenfolio Live Photography. It says right here, yes, he's created an account. So that's where you can see that information. If you need to know that information, that's where all of that information is. All right, let me get back to photos. Let me grab some water really quick, like 4 minutes left, you guys. So if you have more questions, make sure you get them in there. I will do my best to answer them in 4 minutes. Can't promise that I can get them, but I will try. All right, voice is starting to go a little hoarse. Let me see if I can grab another email question really quick. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm trying to find an easy question that I can answer in like 3 minutes, but I don't think I have any here. I photographed a school. I put each kid's student ID and the file name for the kids, but to make it work for an event, I guess it needs to be the keywords as well. Is there an easier? Unfortunately, I am not going to be able to show you that in a understandable amount of time in 3 minutes. So you can do bulk meta updates. So if you are trying to update your keywords of your photos, you can do a bulk meta update. Do a search for that on the Zenfolio forums. There's also some videos on that as well, some high volume stuff. Make sure that you check those out as well. I can't really show you that in like 3 minutes, so definitely something there. Let's see. What is the display size and how does that affect my Zenfolio account? It's a great question. So if you guys aren't familiar, whenever you upload photos to Zenfolio, we actually don't show the full resolution file online. We take your original image, we store it unaltered, and then we generate web resolution files for you to use on your site. So that is the display options that you have. So if I click on a gallery really quick right over here and just pull up the access, right over here, there's a section that says display size, and that's basically what this is like I said, we don't show the full resolution files on your site. For one, it would just load way too slow. These are the sizes of the images that we generate for you. And so you can actually set the limits of how large an image can appear on your website. That way somebody can't pull up your images on a really high resolution monitor and take a nice big screenshot, because the largest image that they're going to be able to see is whatever you have selected in here. So if you want those photos to be really small, you can set up to be large or medium or small, and they're only going to be able to see a 400 by 400 pixel image. Or if you go up here to extra large, it's going to be 1550 by 960. But that is what those image sizes are. Same thing for video size down here as well. So that's what they are. That's how they work. Definitely go in here and check them out, see what your size is set to, make sure that it's where you want it to be so that you're showing the image size that you want to show on your Zenfolio site. All right, so make sure that you go check that out. Those also affect the size of the image that your clients can download if you're allowing people to download the web resolution files. If you're not sure how to do that, there is a video on our channel called Allowing Free Downloads. There's 3 ways to do it. That goes into the whole process of all the different ways to allow free downloads. So great question there. We got about a minute left. I want to say thank you to everybody who came and hung out with me today on the live stream. Deborah, Odin, Roxanne, Kathleen, Richard, Dwayne, Craigslist, Home Phone, anybody else that I missed, Chris Walker, thanks for coming and hanging out with us, and Melissa. Hey guys, be safe tonight. Go out, have some fun, enjoy some time with your family, scare some people, but be safe, enjoy yourself, and then make sure that sometime today, this weekend, whenever, make sure that you are encouraging somebody, that you are lifting somebody up, that you are building somebody up, and not only that, but that you are practicing good positive self-talk and working on yourself, making sure that you are telling yourself that you're a good person, that you're a strong person, and that we all need to work together to bring more positivity into this world and make it a better place. Don't forget Site Review Tuesdays every Tuesday. Same time, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and then Zenfolio Live again next week. Thank you guys again. Hope you all have a wonderful and happy Halloween. Hey, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you click that subscribe button. And if you're watching the recorded version of this and you'd like to learn more about Zenfolio, I recommend watching some of the videos that you should see popping up on your screen.
Yeah.